Rajdeep, you've been speaking to various people, at least the sense that I picked up in Lucknow this morning is that ho bhi sakta hai, ho jaye, hona chahiye, but we don't know for sure.
You know, Rahul, the fact is that it's been about 5 months since the India alliance has been talking about seat sharing. You will recall end of August, early September, there was a meeting in Mumbai where they said in their declaration, we will begin the process of seat sharing at the earliest. We're now in January and you've got an election that's likely to be announced end of Feb, early March. So a lot of time has been wasted, frankly, by the India alliance because the Congress, which is the major magnet of this alliance, was focused on the 2023 state assembly elections. That's point number one. Point number two, Rahul, when you look at the actual details, you're looking at 6 major states with 232 seats on offer where this alliance and seat sharing is focused upon. Of these seats, Rahul, 172 or nearly well over 2/3 were won by the NDA last time. So that's what it's not as if this is an all India seat sharing. This is primarily, in my view, focused on 6 states, Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, Punjab, Bihar, Bengal and Maharashtra. These 6 states are critical. And therefore, it's for the India alliance, they wasted 4 months in the process. And my final point, Rahul, let's be clear. All this seat sharing is all very well. The truth of the matter is there are about 150 seats at least where the fight is between the BJP and Congress, where seat sharing doesn't matter. And the BJP won 90% of the seats, more than 140 of them. What is the Congress doing about focusing on those seats? So it's one thing to talk about seat sharing. It's another thing to get your act together for the seats where there's a direct fight. So put them all together and you get a sense that the India alliance is racing against time now. They've delayed this way too much.
You've got one formation that's racing towards the finishing line. They've got the act in order, not just with the consecration of the Ram temple, the massive mobilization suppression that's being carried out in all the 543 constituencies, taking people there. They're planning day by day how to take this out to different parts of society, how to involve, make it a people's program. And the Congress and the India allies don't seem to be able to decide 3-4 in Delhi, 4-3, 5-2. Very simple, basic questions which by now should have been resolved, but somehow haven't been. Is the India alliance frankly just running out of time now?
So hugely touched by your concern, and also Rajdeep's for that matter actually. But I would like to understand how else does alliance work? Obviously, there will be figures quoted. Obviously, we will have to reach a final figure. And obviously, seats are not going to be announced in August or in September or whenever we met in Mumbai. Seat sharing is a thing that's done off record. It's done behind the curtains and then one comes and announces them. So when were you expecting that announcement to happen? As soon as the Mumbai meeting ended, we should have come to the India Today studios and announced these are the number of seats we will be contesting, these are the number of seats X will be contesting and Y will be contesting. That's not how it works. And obviously there will be pull and push between allies because we've all come together. The reality is there is one common principle and on one common thing we agree, that we all need to fight together. We cannot be spending our forces otherwise. So with that in mind, obviously there'll be pull and push. Obviously one party is going to say they need X seats, which we believe are way too many. There will be places and states where we will compromise. So I don't understand what is this humdrum about. Actually, and I'll just take 10 seconds to say this, your concern, very well taken. But to say that the other side is on the finishing line, really? Are we not expecting Shivraj Singh Chauhan to actually turn around and revolt? Look at the kind of statements he is making. Shivraj Singh Chauhan ने अभी कहा, राज तिलक होते होते कभी वनवास हो जाता है. पोस्टर से तस्वीरें ऐसे गायब हुई मेरी जैसे गधे के सिर से सींग. Look at the kind of noises they are coming. Look at Vasundhara Raje, who doesn't attend the swearing-in ceremony of other ministers. She did not even go to campaign for the by-election Karanpur, which we won, with a humongous margin, where Sachin Pilot stood there, sat in there, contested an election which we won. So all I'm trying to ask you is, it's all very good to say finishing line. What are we talking about here? What are the issues? Is the BJP massive mobilization that you talk about? Is the BJP looking to do anything massively on jobs, anything massively on prices, anything massively on petrol and diesel that was expected to come down on the 1st of January? We're today talking on the 9th of January. So it's good to, tell they are doing massive things. Who are they doing these massive things for? Not for the people of this country, for sure.
No, but this is very powerful rhetoric. The fact is, unless you can get down to the brass tacks of dividing seats amongst you, you frankly can't even begin the fight because, just one second, Ghanshyam Tiwari, I was speaking to senior leaders from your party. I don't want to name them on television, but the fact is that they were also in a worst case scenario preparing for all 80 seats, saying that, okay, if we don't have it, we're losing time, we're not getting responses fast enough from the Congress. And I said, how many seats do you think that they deserve to contest on? He said, do aap khud dekh lo. They're looking at the 2022 assembly election numbers, which really paint the Congress in a very dismal picture in terms of the vote share they picked up. If you aggregate all the assembly segments that make up a Lok Sabha seat, it's a very dismal picture. And they say, you do the maths. They've sent that sheet to the Congress High Command and say, look at it, aap batao, kya samikaran hai, who are your candidates, who do you think we can put up? Now, given the reality, are you fearing that, all this is good what Supriya Srinath is saying, it makes for good television talking points, but ultimately you're running out of time. It's now getting highly precarious for there to be any meaningful contest versus the BJP in 2024.
Good evening, Rahul, to you, the viewers and fellow co-panelists. There are three things that are important. I have seen the reports of the meeting that was held between Congress Party and Samajwadi Party today. I've seen the reports of India Alliance meetings about Delhi, about Maharashtra, about several other states as well. Not in one report, not in one statement, that the leaders who are engaged in seat sharing are saying that this is very difficult, we will run out of time and we will not be able to do it. In fact, in every meeting they are saying that we will be able to do it.
No, once again, so that you don't get this wrong, you don't run out of time when you announce the seats. That's the starting point. That's the first step to mounting a campaign. You're making it seem as if that is the end point. It's not. By then, the BJP is already fully going out, all cylinders going on the campaign trail.
Yes, BJP going out. Let's take the second part of the statement. Bihar BJP has maybe 4, 5, 10, I don't know how many allies do they have. Is the seat sharing done? We can't even name the number of allies they have in Bihar. Maharashtra, they have 4, 5, and the more parties they break, maybe 10 allies they will have. Have they done the seat sharing in Maharashtra? Their only ally in Tamil Nadu ran away. So is there a seat sharing? What is BJP's strategy in Andhra Pradesh? So BJP has only one agenda in this entire election, that people have to be blinded by their propaganda of faith, and that is the sole agenda and the power of Narendra Modi. Have they started saying that 10 years later, Achhe Din Aa Gaye? That should have been their campaign. Achhe Din Aa Gaye, Fir Se Modi Ji. That is not the campaign. Their strength is visible because across the platforms in India, we see that there is only one agenda that BJP is presenting, कि हम मंदिर बना रहे हैं.
No, but that's a very powerful agenda. No, 1 second. Because I spent some time traveling in some parts of UP, Rajdeep, the fact that society is massively mobile, I don't think people when they are watching are realizing the extent to which the idea of the Ram temple is connecting, whether it is Kashi, whether it is in Prayag, whether it is now in Ayodhya, not just with the fact that you're doing the consecration, but there is a massive outreach, and that is very, very tangible and visible.
Look, I was in Goa, and even in Goa, every Goan Hindu household, VHP, RSS are sending their cadres to distribute the holy rice, the Akshata, and saying, do light up diyas on the 22nd of January. The BJP, RSS, VHP, Sangh Parivar is clearly intending to make this a massive mobilization, you're right. And then use that as a build-up to 2024 general elections. On the other side, the fact is that you've got Rahul Gandhi undertaking a yatra, so a lot of the Congress resources, Rahul, will now be invested in the next few weeks in the yatra. You see, I was in Karnataka this morning and a Congress leader told me this is a time when we've got to go out and campaign aggressively. If our resources are going to be invested in Rahul Gandhi's yatra, are we getting enough value for what we are putting in? Is a question mark that he raised. My point is, Rahul, Supriya Srinath says seat sharing is always done at the last moment. It's not done 4 months earlier. Let's take that as a point. The fact is, elections are about chemistry as much as arithmetic. Just look at what is happening in Bengal, for example. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, the moment he enters Kolkata, the first thing he does is target Mamata Banerjee. You've got in Punjab Mr. Bajwa and Mr. Maan exchanging some barbs against each other virtually on a daily basis. All of this does not lend to a alliance that on the chemistry front looks like it will work, even if it works arithmetically, except for Maharashtra, where I sense that all three parties have worked out some kind of a modus vivendi.
No, one second. Even there, the Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray Sena is asking for 23 seats.
That's okay. You see, that will eventually get resolved because at least you're not bickering publicly with each other and targeting each other personally. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary in Bengal targeting Mamata Banerjee and Trinamool targeting the Congress, or what we are seeing between the AAP and the Congress in Punjab. In today's day and age of multimedia, all those videos will go viral. So when you contrast the BJP, which is going into this election very consciously knowing what its agenda is and what its narrative is, what its leadership is, versus the other side, which appears at the moment unable to get its act together,